Hi, it's Beverly here, and I hope you're having a great day wherever you are. Today I'll be doing an end of July full garden tour, and that will be a front yard slash backyard slash vegetable garden tour. So let's get right into that tour. Starting off with that tour, I will feature this planter. This is one of the several planters that I've done for this season. As you can see there, it contains petunia all over, more petunia and petunia, a bit of geraniums in the middle there, and some marigold and the lovely canna lily, and some alyssum, sweet alyssum as the spillers. And these, I've started all of these from seeds indoors. Also the canna lily, which is one that is a little tedious to grow from seed, but I was quite successful this year. I did another color, the orangey red color, that didn't make it, but the yellow came through for me. So that's the very first plant that's doing very well. It's getting a lot of sun, and I do fertilize once per month or so to keep the petunias going because they're heavy feeders. And as for the alyssum, you can see it's now time for trimming up, so I'll be coming out and doing that soon. So that's number one for my planters. The next planter is my coleous, and I overwintered this one last fall. I do have a video on me overwintering this one, so I will link that video. You can also check that one out, but this is it. It's massive and growing like crazy. I have to keep cutting it back because it's just growing like crazy. And the next planter is my combination of impatiens that I grew from seed again. And this plant, that's my house plant that I normally take out every summer, put in the garden, but this year I decided to mix it with the impatiens, and I think it's doing well there. So that's another one. And then over here I have my hibiscus. Got this for my Mother's Day gift, and I combined it with some Dilapdenia. Hope I'm saying that right. Yeah, so that's the Dilapdenia there. I got the white and the red, and these I got as gifts from my neighbor, the white and the red Dilapdenia, which I combined with the hibiscus. So that's there. And then the third one is my creeping Jenny. I combined with more petunia, again grown from seed, with more canna lily. I think this one is my favorite of all the planters. I would like to know which is your favorite, so go ahead and drop that in the comment section and let me know which one you like best. So that's this one with the creeping Jenny and the coleous with the canna lily going there, and it has a bit of marigold which is not blooming at the moment, but I certainly like this one with the creeping Jenny hanging. I think that's just beautiful. And just one more quick glance at the Dilapdenia combination with the hibiscus, also the impatiens combined. I forgot the name of this plant, but I'll put that in the description for you. And the lovely coleous, and the main planter here, which combine of canna lily, geranium, petunia, white, purple, pink, and marigold, also sweet alyssum. All right, so I'll now take you into the main garden. And for the main garden, I'll start in this little section because I'm just loving the blanket flower that I planted from seeds. And I'm used to the blanket flower being this size, very low, and that was what I intended to grow. But I realized that these are the taller plants, but they turn out beautifully. They do give this little section a pop of color, so I'm loving that. And now the Black Eye Susan is coming through, so that's a pop of color going there, which I love. I do have me a hollyhock here that I planted from seed first time, but somehow it got a little overshadowed by the hydrangea and the blanket flower, so I think I'll have to find another space for the hollyhock. But that's the hollyhock there doing its thing for now. Yeah, and the hydrangea is still doing its thing, still looking beautiful, and you can see all that massive growth. And that's with me not doing much to the hydrangea, but adding compost and eggshell at the beginning of the season. And to the very front, yes, the annuals in terms of the petunias, they're still going good. They're still Alyssium, they're growing like crazy. And for the Cleome, that's also doing quite good. Yeah, so that's what's going on in this little area. And here you can see more annuals that are blooming, giving the garden a bit of color. The dianthus to the front here, and then more Alyssium, and my astus, of course. And look at this, what I'm looking forward to. This is my gladiolus. These should be blooming anytime soon. So I have me 3 planters here, and I do have me also 3 on the opposite sides, and I see they're getting ready to bloom. So that's something to look forward to. So you go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on seeing the result of these gladiolus in the garden. And over here I just had these oriental lily. They just finished blooming. I'm sorry you missed those in this video, but you can check out my previous video and you will see the beautiful bloom of these oriental lilies. And over yonder you can see the sedum. Those are just starting to take on a bit of color, so that will be coming through soon after my Shastia daisy has died back. So I had me a Shastia daisy here which has just finished blooming, so I'll be cutting that back. For the Shastia daisy that I'll be cutting back, and making room for the sedum. And there's my coneflower, planted that last year. I think this is a delphinium, not sure, planted that this year. And for the rose, I'm getting my second flush of bloom. Normally it's not as lush as the first one, but for a second flush I think that's beautiful. And next to the rose is the more Shastia daisy, and I think it has done its day. I keep deadheading, but I think it's time now for the Shastia daisy to go, so I'll be cutting back that pretty soon. More sedum, as you can see, the tinge of pink coming through. Can't wait to see that. We have the lovely Black Eye Susan coming through, and those are the usual stuff I've always had in this corner, which you've seen in previous videos. Also the snapdragon, these are doing beautifully. I love them. Lilies have died back for the season, so nothing from that. It's more annuals going there, and sedum. And here's another lovely container that I put together, and this was another coleous with more of the impatiens that I planted from seed. I'm really loving that. Give the garden a really great pop of color in this section. Yeah, and under the tree I do have me a coleous there. I'm planning on some more cool weather flowers in this section to fill in these gaps under the tree. So yeah, so that's it. And more annuals around the tree here. And for the new garden that I'm started in this section, which I'm still working on, it's a work in progress. That's what this is doing for this year. And in fall I do intend to incorporate some more plants into this little area. Yeah, so that's what the front yard garden is up to at the moment, which is the ending of July. As we can all see, the summer months is just quickly slipping by, so we're just trying to enjoy everything that's left for the next month or so. All right, and I also have a little secret garden that I will share with you. I don't think I've ever shared that with you, so I'll take you to that area and share that with you. So let's go. And for this area, that's the lovely Rose of Sharon. Yes, it's blooming like crazy. Yes, and I started to incorporate some more plants. So that's the mum I have there, and I intend to plant a few more hydrangea in this section. I do have me there one going, a second one, and I'll be planting a third one this fall. And this area I am thinking of expanding and making to another beautiful garden, so that's something to also look forward to. Yeah, so that's it for the front yard flower garden. We'll now head to the back flower garden. As for the backyard flower garden, these are the present bloomers, and starting in this very corner there is this lovely one. I just can't seem to remember the name of this one. I'll put the name of this one, link it below. But this one, it has been blooming for quite a while now, and I really love this one. This is a popular one, so you may know this one. So if you know what this one is, just drop it in the comment section for me. Yeah, I would love that. But yeah, this is a common one, and it has been blooming graciously, so just starting to fade back a bit. So that's a lovely one. Another one that has been blooming for a while. Got this one from my neighbor. You tend to see this one in the park, so this is not sure, but more of a wild type, but it's looking beautiful anyways. And there goes Black Eye Susan. I popped in that section. These are my mums that I'm growing in pots and getting ready for fall. And over here, my pot with my nasturtium and pansy. We got a bit of rain, so the nasturtium is has fallen over and looks a little limpy, but it's because of all that rain that we have gotten, so it may be standing upright pretty soon. I'll watch and see. And here is another of the canna lily. I just have me canna lily everywhere this year. The fact that I grew them from seed and didn't have to buy them, so that's a lovely one that keep blooming and reblooming. And here goes my coneflower. Planted this one last fall after buying it on clearance, so I'm loving that. Yeah, and here's a Veronica. Got this one on sale, so it's still sitting in the pot. I have to find a space for this, whether in the front or backyard. This is the Magic Show White Wand, so that should look beautiful. It's perennial, of course, and yeah, that's the Veronica. And I do have me here another clearance plant, which is the creeping phlox. I've always wanted this for in the spring when the garden need a bit of color, so that's the creeping phlox. All these I need to put in the garden, but I'm waiting until fall when it's cooler, so I won't have to do too much watering. And this one is another clearance plant, which is the yarrow. This is the yellow arrow desert high. All right, so all these need to get into the garden. The rose has done its thing for this season. Another lovely sedum getting ready to start blooming, and another clearance plant here, which is my lantana. Always wanted me a lantana, and this one is the passion fruit lantana. See how that's beautiful? Yeah, this is another clearance plant, and these plants were like $2.92, like some 92% off, so I'm quite happy. I just need to find space for them. And then my coneflower here, my powwow coneflower, planted this also last year. I got this on clearance along with the other one that I showed previously. And it says first year, so it's still a little small, but at least it has given me a few blooms there, and there's still more buds, so still expecting more from this beautiful flower. And here you go. This one has been blooming for a little while, just starting to die back. Another sedum, and the lovely hydrangea. I had neglected it for a couple of days, and it was really hot. So when I caught and thought, oh my, I should be watering my hydrangea, it had already started getting brown spots. So that's what happened. We've been getting some very hot, humid, dry days, and in between that, burst of rain. But the rain, it doesn't seem to soak the ground, or I don't know, sometimes we get heavy downpour, but in a day or two the ground is all dry again. So I don't know what's up with the weather, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. And this one here to the very front, since my annuals have pretty much died back on me, this is a seed packet that I planted in this container. The plants that I end up getting looks nothing like the packet, but at least I have me here some snapdragon going. So that's that. This is another little one there, another pretty little one, and more snapdragon, and there's more there looking like bachelor button, and just a few little things going on there that I think I could put to the front since my annuals had died off. And you can see the lily, they have died back. There's a little one or two buds still coming through, but that's it for the lily season. And yes, Shastia Daisy has done its thing. I have to come out and cut this back also. Yes, I don't think this needs any more deadheading. This just needs to go. And yeah, and a Cleome here, not doing as well as the one at the back, but it's still okay. That's fine. And that lovely one up there, every year it puts on a show at this time of the year, so it's just doing its thing. Yeah, so that's that. And the blanket flower here, and I'm loving the blanket flower so much at the front that I think I'll drop a few more pieces here, because I do have a few more plants that I had left over, so I'll be dropping them in. And there's more mums that I have going in containers for the fall. And yes, and here you have me, my Black Eye Susan, and yeah. So that's what the backyard flower garden has been up to for end of July. And I'll quickly show you a little. I got my tree. The city donated this one, and I thought I pay so much in taxes, why not get me one? So this is a Freeman maple, and this should change color and give you a beautiful color in the fall. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm hoping it won't get too big too soon, or you know, I'd love to have it contained, as the backyard gets a lot of sun. So having a tree back here, I think, would be a good idea. And I thought of getting a fruit tree, but I know sometimes it's a little tedious growing fruit trees, because you're always competing with the squirrels and the birds for the fruit. So I think I'm happy with my maple and looking forward to it changing color in the fall. And there I have me another Rose of Sharon. This one need a little cleaning up and trimming up. Wasn't planning on showing this one, so I didn't really go ahead and clean it up. Okay, and now we'll check out the last section, and that's the vegetable garden. Yes, and I'll make this one very quick. That's the cucumber over there. I've already harvested 4 or so cucumber, and there are a few still going. Also, my Swiss chard, I've been harvesting that on and off. My celery, I did harvest all my beans from this section, so I need to do some succession planting of maybe planting some more beans. My carrots, they're looking really good like that. And between the carrots you will find some beets. And then we have here some peppers, which I've started harvesting. So yes, they still have a little way to go, but those are the peppers and that cabbage that I should come out and harvest. My plum tomato, as you can see, there are tomatoes all over. Also okras. Yeah, the okras, they seem to be a little short this year, but I see a few okras here and there, and I've also harvested a few. Another one that I'm impressed with is my callaloo. I gotta have me my callaloo. And this one, I cut this one maybe 4 days ago, and already look, with the rain we have gotten, it's almost ready for cutting again. So very impressed with that. And this is a cherry tomato. This is supposed to be, and this one's supposed to be a beefsteak with quite a few there. Don't see anything happening yet with my broccoli, but we'll see. And then some more Swiss chard here, and more callaloo, and another cucumber over there. So yeah, so that's what's going on in the backyard slash front yard slash vegetable garden for end of July 2024. I hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, please go ahead, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in the next one. Have yourself a great day now. Bye bye.